Georgia.
Right.
And I know there's going to be a lot of people in Atlanta, Georgia who are like, oh, what part of Atlanta is he from? Let them know where you grew up at. Where in the streets of Atlanta did you grow up at? Where are you repping? What city you repping? What block you repping?
No, I'm not doing all that repping. You're trying to get me in trouble. Well, I was born and raised on the south side of Atlanta, Jonesboro, East Point, College Park area, you know, Cleveland Avenue, that area. Those are basically my stomping grounds.
Okay. Did you ever leave Atlanta, Georgia for any reason? Did you like travel outside Atlanta? Did you experience another city, and you just always been here all your life?
Well, I mean, I've traveled. I've never necessarily lived anywhere else. I would, but I feel like everyone is leaving their hometowns to come to Atlanta to basically start their careers in the entertainment industry. So it's like, here is where I need to be right now. So with that being said, you know, I'm sticking.
I mean, I'm from New York, and I just happen to be here, and I'm not going nowhere. Do you think you learned more going to school to be engineer than you did before you went to school, you know, discovering yourself as, you know, a rapper and writing poetry and being out, you know, in Atlanta where you grew up at? Do you think you learned more on the streets or in school? Or vice versa, both? Do you feel like your experiences weigh each other out?
I feel like they weigh each other out. They both go hand in hand. I mean, what I learned from school is some of the most valuable things that I've learned as far as, you know, taking off in my career. But what I learned in experience is even more valuable because it gave me a sense of self. And that's one thing that every engineer needs, a sense of self. Actually, anyone who wants to do anything, you need a sense of self because that's what's going to set you apart from everyone else that's trying to do what you're trying to do.
So do you think you discovered yourself more as an individual and you found your soul?
Yes.
Through engineering, mixing, and mastering, and with music? Do you think you found your happy point, your pursuit of happiness at that point?
Well, you have to find that within yourself. No school that you go to can teach you how to have self-love or self-worth. So,
True.
You know, when it comes to that, that's something that I had to learn on my own before I could even think of embarking on going to school to pursue this. I needed to know who I was before I could figure out where I wanted to go. So that was something that I definitely learned on approaching the school.
Now, from when you were brought up, going through elementary, middle,